So let's look at review problem number 2. R&J Sports Store sells many different socks for running. 3 types are listed below. Thorlo socks are 3 pairs for $41.97. Nike socks are 4 pairs for $64. And Balega is 5 pairs for $59.75. The store also sells Under Armour running socks for 5 pairs for $80. The question is, which running sock share the same price per pair of sock as the Under Armour socks? So anytime we're comparing prices, the key is finding the unit rate. So we're going to treat this problem as 4 separate problems where we're going to find the unit rate for each pair of socks. So let's think about this in terms of the first 3, okay? And let's first start with the Thorlo socks. So we're going to calculate the unit rate for the Thorlo socks. So let's first start by writing the actual rate that we're given in the problem. And notice that I always put the dollar amount on top because we want to find the amount per 1 pair. So let's set up the unit rate on the right hand side. And our job is to figure out what to divide by the top and the bottom so we can get our unit rate. So in this example, I need to go from 3 to 1. So I'm going to divide by 3 on the bottom, and I'm going to divide by 3 on the top. Now this is one I can't do in my head, so I'm definitely going to be calling on a calculator for this. So let's put this into the calculator. So I'm going to do 41.97 divided by 3, and that gives me 13.99. So I can write that in here, and we know that the Thorlo socks cost $13.99 per 1 pair. Now we're going to do the same thing with the Nike socks. And for Nike, we're going to set up the original ratio that goes with the $64 for 4 pairs. And now we'll set up the unit ratio to find out how much it's going to cost for 1 pair. And I can see that if I divide the bottom by 4, that will take me from 4 to 1. Then I have to divide the top by 4 as well. There's the bottom by 4. Divide the top by 4. And let's just do this in the calculator just to make sure. So we have 64 divided by 4, and that gives us 16. So we know that Nike socks cost $16 per 1 pair. Alright, now we have one more to go. We're going to do the Balega socks, and let's see how much they will cost for 1 pair. So let's set up the original ratio. That is $59.75 for 5 pairs. And now let's figure out what the unit rate would be for 1 pair. So I have to divide the bottom by 5 to go from 5 down to 1, and then I will also divide the top by 5. So I'm dividing the bottom by 5, and I divide the top by 5. And let's use the calculator to help us do that. So I'm going to do 59.75 divided by 5, and that gives me 11.95. So that's $11.95. And that, of course, is dollars. All right, so we've figured out the unit rate for each of the 3 pairs of socks. Now we have to figure out what the unit rate will be for Under Armour in order to determine which pair of socks that it matches. All right, so let's do one more unit rate calculation. Let's start with the original ratio for the Under Armour socks. And now let's set up the unit ratio for the Under Armour socks. And I can see for this that I need to divide by 5 on the top and the bottom in order to find my unit ratio. And 80 divided by 5, I'm going to need a little help with that with the calculator. So I'm going to do 80 divided by 5 on the calculator. So do 80 divided by 5, and that gives me 16. So that's $16 per pair. So the actual question says, which running sock shares the same price per pair as socks as the Under Armour socks? So which running socks share the same price? So if I look at my unit rates, my Under Armour was 16. The Thorlo was $13.99. You can see that here. The Alega was $11.95, but the Nike was $16.95. So we're looking to find out which one shares the same price, and that answer is going to be Nike. All right, so let me know if you have any questions.